Welcome to day one of Inktober. I am scared. And if you follow me on Instagram or anything, you'll see that I very late in the game posted my own Inktober prompt, and I always feel like it's so hard for me to think of things to draw for Inktober, so my prompt list is just back to basics, super simple, well, kinda, super simple subject matters that pretty much any artist should be drawing anyway, but I suck. Anyway, if you need more information, just hop on over to my Instagram and you can just read all about my little plight down there in that post. So, long story short, I am just doing really basic subject matters, and day one is portraits. So I wanted to commit to at least 1 hour a day to drawing and possibly inking, maybe even coloring, but I have all of my pencils sharpened over here. I have my pen and ink over here. I have a timer down here. And I guess really all there is to do is to get to it, huh? So I do have my iPad in front of me. Procrastination intensifies. And I do have some portraits, just all sorts of different things loaded up here on Google Images, so I'm just going to, I guess, get into it. Yeah. I'm scared, guys. Okay, and here we go. So, I'm not really drawing anybody or anything in particular. I'm just kind of looking at Google for inspiration. Just anything that seems to pique my interest. I'm not really going for like hyper-realism or anything either. We're just drawing. I will try to link anything that I actually end up using down below, but man, it's been a while since I've drawn on camera, I'll be honest. It's been a while since I've drawn in general. That kind of sucks, but life has been pretty hectic lately. If you follow any of my vlogs or anything, you'll know how crazy life has been. I'm not really gonna get too detailed right off the bat here. I'm just blocking in some stuff. Like I said, I might even make these like, you know, anime stylized. I don't think I'm gonna go for realism, because if I try to go for realism, I know I'm really not gonna like doing Inktober at all. I mean, for hands and things, that's a completely different story, but if I have to do faces realistic when I don't really want to, I'm not gonna really like doing what I want to do, which is draw. Oh, my camera's like bouncing off my light, so sorry about that. Oh my goodness, that is gonna annoy me. Hold on. There we go. Might have to change this eye. So yeah, it's been a while since I've really drawn anything, since I've done an OC. Life has just been really hectic. So, like I said, watch any of my vlogs and I'll probably go into more depth about that spouse visa and everything. If you're new to this channel, hello. I am Noel. I am a hermit in a basement in the United States. I was actually tracking my package today, since I sent my documents out on Friday afternoon, and it's out for delivery, so I'm pretty excited. I did pay for shipping to be done by 10:30 a.m. That way it at least gives the office some time to actually like get the package checked in. And, you know, possibly start working on it, but I don't really have the highest hopes for any of this stuff. I'm using this super old phone as my timer, as my what do I want to call it? I don't know what I'm saying. What am I trying to say? Gosh, words escape me when I'm like trying to appear on camera, but also do stuff like this. Because I'm trying my best to like draw something super nice when it has been a literal hot minute since I have done anything like this. And that's like a real shame. So I am looking at a person here, but I'm really just looking at them for just reference, like a pose reference. I'm not necessarily drawing them. Because like I might give this character different hair, I might give this character different expression. I kind of like this expression though. It's kind of like listless, I don't know if that's the term I want to use. It's actually like a girl with red hair, and this does not look like a girl. Or what we consider to be feminine. Okay. I feel like I'm taking way too much time on this one character. Well, it's been only 6 minutes. That's not terrible, I guess. I always feel weird whenever like the neckline is like not here. I know necks are actually a lot thicker than I give them credit for. Just so used to like anime proportions where like the neck is like a pencil. Get some. I don't think I like that. Nope, we're gonna take that out. It almost looks like I was gonna draw like a monocle. I also have all my pen nibs here because I will be using those. What kind of hair do we want to do? I feel like it's cheating if I'm just like, wow, going around picking out. Well, let's work with it. This character looks more masculine in my opinion, so I'm gonna give them like some sort of a, I don't know, I like undercuts lately. Sketch out the hairline. Maybe he'll have like some sideburn action going on. Like big sideburns. Let's give him a more pronounced jaw then. This is indeed a gentleman. Fix the nostrils. So I love sketches more than I like when I actually ink things, because I feel like there's just some sort of fun artistry to a sketch that you just can't mimic when you're sketching. Because I feel like once I get the ink, then I feel like this pressure to make everything exactly perfect, because you can't erase ink unless you're using erasable ink, which honestly isn't that erasable. This pencil stuff, these color erase pencils aren't really that erasable either. They do to an extent, but like you can still see that line that I put down there. How do I want to do this? And see, you're like so far away, but I did want you guys to like actually see the entire paper. How do we want to do this? You know, I guess he doesn't have to have, like, hair. Maybe I'll just give him, like, Well, this character honestly looks like they're African American. So maybe I'll just give them like a little curl action. How's that? Oh man, if you follow my 100 OCs, there's one character. I forget her name. It starts with an A. But she has an afro, a blonde afro. Oh my gosh. I want to say her name's Ashley or something like that. But I don't know. Right. Aisha. I think it's Aisha. I don't think that would go down there. Okay, so this character, maybe I'll just ink as I go. And then that way the ink can dry and then I can just play around. Or actually no, because then I would have to get water and clean my pen nibs, and you can tell how much I planned all this out. I think this character's done now. Okay, 10 minutes. That's not too bad, not too bad. All right, let's look for something else. Let's pause that though. We're gonna pause it. I feel like it's cheating if I have to like scroll and that like doesn't, in my eyes, count towards the actual act of drawing. Let's do this character. Oh my gosh, that is terrifying. There's like an old guy. I'm gonna save that and maybe put it up if I remember to. Anyway, I think we're gonna do this character next. 50 minutes to go. Ooh, this character is very interesting. Maybe I'll do 4 characters a page and then spend the rest of that time inking and coloring. Depends on how much space they take up. Because, like, I find that I'm not very good at mapping out the space that I use on a page. I really suck at that. I kind of want to ink that character, though, because then by the time I'm done, I can color him. So maybe that's what I'll do. I think I'll pause. I'm going to pause the camera and my phone so that I can get some water. Okay, so I think I'm gonna, what ink do I want to try? Let's do the Blick. It is in a garlic container. If you've been here a while, you've seen this before. I don't know if I'm gonna have, oh, I'm gonna have so much trouble opening this. Okay, we're just, for safety reasons, we're just not gonna use that one. Let's do the Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay black ink. And I think I want to use a nib that I'm not used to using. Normally, I think I use this nib a lot lately. I used to use these 2 nibs when I was growing up, but I found that they're just way too thick. But yeah, let's do something different. I know one of my nibs is like jacked. I don't know why I keep it though. So let's use this nib. I don't know what it is or what it's called, but these nibs all came out of the Speedball sketching set years and years ago. I think it is still a product that you can buy. Anyway, so let's see what we do. Ooh, see, I like nibs that you can get like varying degrees of, what is that called? Thickness really easily. Like I was pressing down pretty heavy there. The only thing that sucks is that you have to refill it pretty often. I always have trouble doing upward strokes. I think it's upward strokes, or maybe it's downward strokes. No. I don't know. I've always found that with nibs, I'm always catching the paper. This is multimedia paper, just in case you were wondering. I believe it's the Strathmore Mixed Media, Strathmore Vision. See, every time I'm like, you see those little flecks coming off, you probably can't see anything because you're so far away, and I don't really know why I made that decision. There's like black flecks all over him now. That is what it is. There's no going back once you start inking. And I'm okay with that. Ooh, I could even use colored pencils. Yeah, I think downward strokes I have the most trouble with. Especially with like a nice sharp pen nib like this is. Alright, let's go for it. Ready? Oh, didn't quite catch. It is what it is. I'm sure once, you know what, I don't even know if I want to erase stuff. I kind of like having that sketch underneath. Gives it some character. It's like not completely clean, you know? Normally I would be tilting this all around the paper, that is, so I can get different angles cleanly. But I don't think I am today. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. I hate when you sketch something and you just love how it looks and then your inking is terrible. I probably should have taken a picture of him before I started inking him, but well. It is day one after all. I think I'm hungry. I was gonna do a workout. Ugh, gosh. You know, why do I even bother trying to ink sometimes? His whole face has speckles. Maybe he will just have freckles. I was gonna do a workout. I was gonna say that. I was gonna do a workout, and then I was like, oh, I have to do Inktober stuff. And then I was like, well, I guess I'll work out later. Like when I come home from work tonight. Because I didn't want to put this off till later, because, well, yeah. Then I feel like at some point it's just too late. Because everybody's going to be posting their Inktober stuff today. It's going to be mass hysteria on Instagram. See, I can't. Oh, I wasn't going to do that. I was going to add the whites on their own, but oh well, I inked it. This is looking like a hot mess. 43 minutes. I don't know, it might take me. I might only be able to do 2 full colored portraits. Maybe I'll just work on inking techniques. I mean, I don't have to do just an hour. I just wanted to put that time frame on myself so I'm not just doing something for 10 minutes and then going, ah, I'm done. Ooh, this nib was something else. Ooh, I want to give him a little... There we go. Okay, that looks good. Just going to clean off my nib here. Kind of let that chill now in a towel. And let's work on this character. She's got a nice, like, what is this called? I don't know. I can't think. Cheekbone? I don't know. I like this pose. It's not really much of a pose. It's more of a way her head is tilted. She's got like a flower in her hair, this particular person, but I'm not going to add all that. I feel like I may have messed up here somehow, but that's okay. That looks fine. Let's give her interesting looking eyes. There we are. Now you have to do the other eye the same way, or similar. Ah, is that good enough? I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with it. Why not? Might be a little bit off, but I'm not going for perfection. I'm going for practice. My ring is actually kind of hurting, so ooh, it's giving me a little bit of something here on my finger. I can't wait to actually have a real wedding ring. But my husband and I wanted to focus on the important stuff first, like paying for our visa and paying for stuff that wasn't jewelry. And that was pretty much like my idea. Just because there is so much. I think that looks nice. The model in this drawing is smiling, but I feel like this character doesn't look like they'd be smiling. I feel like that's a small mouth. And see, I can't even really see in the viewfinder, because you guys are so far away. It's a big face compared to the other one. Maybe I'll shorten the chin. That looks a little better. Yeah, I like that better. Oh no, my phone. Turn back on. How am I gonna know what time I'm at? 38 minutes. I do have it timing out at like 10 because that was the max. It doesn't have a always on function. Proof, that's what it was. Proof that I'm actually doing my 1 hour and not like just saying I'm doing an hour, but like cutting or speeding up footage or something. I mean, I could speed up the footage. You'd still be able to tell that I was doing stuff, but I kind of like this line underneath the eye there. I wonder if I can replicate that on this side, making it harder for me to ink stuff. I've seen artists do that kind of almost puppy dog looking, doe-eyed. I don't know. Okay. See, now this person's neck is here because the rest of their head is over here. Not quite like that, but because they're like looking behind them. So that kind of makes sense. Okay. I like this this model too because we have like a little mole up here. near their bangs, and I think that's very, very interesting. Their hair comes down. They have long hair. Now it is not my hair day for Inktober. Hair day is gonna be rough because I cannot draw hair to save my life. This character, now, if I don't think about it, I'm usually better at it, but like if I'm thinking way too much about where my marks are going, then I'm like, I jinx myself. I think I put the mole up too high. That's okay. I think I might give this character a little stud earring. I'm actually pretty excited for ear day because I did practice ears like a year and a half ago. I just did like a whole page of ear studies on this other sketchbook. I really enjoyed it. Let's do something like this. There we go. Why not? I suck at hair so bad. Okay, I kind of like this character. Let's ink him in. Hopefully I won't have the same trouble I did before. Let's try a different pen nib and maybe I won't suck. Maybe this was my broken one, I think. One of these was just a jacked up nib that I wasn't able to use. Let's use different ink too. So that was Bombay. I like to know what inks I use. Let's use the Daleroni. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Daleroni. It just sounds like a macaroni brand. Okay, make sure that's in. I think this was, maybe it was, no, I think it was the Bombay. One of these I spilled all over my table. That was in a vlog. Maybe it was the Black Star, I don't know. I can't remember. But I ended up putting what I could salvage into a mason jar with some water. And hoping to use that as like a wash. See, this like doesn't want to go. It might be that this is too thick. Or that I'm not pressing hard enough. Or that maybe this nib just runs out of ink really fast. Oh yeah, it definitely does. Let's switch. Switch nibs. Let's use a different one. Still gonna use the same handle though. I'm gonna put that one away. I don't like that nib. It doesn't like me either. Same ink. Different nib. I think this nib is a little bit thicker, so hopefully we won't have any problems. So, it's a very sturdy nib. I don't know how much flex this is going to give me, because I haven't practiced with these in a very long time. Look how thin that is. Let me see. Let's try this. See how thick of a line I can get. It doesn't have a lot of give. This nib is very like, I'm going to be one way only. Which is kind of nice, because then you're not like screwing yourself over. More ink. More. Yeah, my like upward, that's what it looks like. And it's a downward stroke, so we're really gonna have some problems. Okay, here we go. Good luck. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that because I have to rest my hand over there. Crap. What have I done to myself? All right, we're gonna move her. We're gonna move the page. Oh man, I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna have some trouble here. All the inking from here on out is gonna suck. I also like to do like weird hairs. That way it looks more like an eyebrow and not like just a line. Please dry fast. Oh, I'm actually kind of glad for the stability of this nib because that actually could have gone very wrong. Like this stroke over here is so bold and I could have very easily like screwed that up on this side, especially with these little lines that I'm now scared to ink. Actually, it's not too bad. I wonder if I can rest my hand yet. I'm so scared, guys. I don't want to mush it. Okay, I'm not gonna add the highlight this time. Okay, let's do her neck. Or her jaw, I should say. Not too bad. Could have been better, but you know, if I could rest my hand over there. Now I know. Now I know. Yeah, there we go. Okay, moving right along. I think I can rest my hand. Ah, perfect. But by not having the nib be more giving, I am going to lose that thickness unless I go over the line again of that eyelash. So let's do that. Oh, phone went off again. That is not the correct time, by the way. It is actually 10 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, that's a super old phone that I turned off, or turned on, rather, to be my timer, because my actual cell phone is dead. It's actually one of the charger in front of me. Okay, let's do the rest of her face here. Kind of like angular features on characters. I like them a lot. Okay, I think now I am safe to pretend that I know how to do swoopy hair. I have to like stop at the top and then switch. And then wee. Let's just end it there. Safely end it. I do want to put that mole in, but I think I'm just going to lower it so I can still put it in. We have a half an hour after this catastrophe. I'm not going to erase any of these pen lines or pencil lines because I really do enjoy them. I mean, I could add some more lines here. Dictating lines on my... I think that's all I'm going to add on that side. Any more and I'll screw everything up. I think that's everything. So I'll clean my pen nib. But the thing is, how do I want to go about coloring these? Do I want to color them? Do I just want to ink today? I don't know. Alright, so we're going to pause this. Find one more character to do. One more. Ooh, excuse me, I have the hiccups now. I find it interesting that I'm actually doing like this side. Normally, if you're left-handed, you're more prone to draw characters facing the other way. I don't know, there's just a lot of characters that, or people. I am looking at actual people. A lot of very interesting looking people facing that way, so. Oh, there's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Could paint him. Or color him. I would screw him up though. Okay, this is an interesting pose. So this is like the person is upturned. Their face is like turned up towards, I don't know how to describe it. You can see like the bottom of their neck and their chin. That's interesting. So I'm going to try this. Don't often do very crazy things like this. I have to move that down, so I'll move that down. What am I saying? Like poses that are a little bit more dynamic. So his chin is here, his jaw is up here. So you can see all of his neck. And you can see up his nose. You can see like his lips, you know, the underside of his lips. So poses like this are very interesting. And then it's kind of hard because then you're trying to figure out where everything goes. Chin is here. My little brother's awake, so I apologize for any noise that you were about to hear as he gets ready for work. So the lips are around this area. The nose is right here, and it's like pointed up. So yes, you're gonna hear the wonderful sounds of the shower. I always, I feel like I always suck at drawing actual realistic portraits because I feel like pencil lines just aren't, pencil's just not my forte. Oh, I didn't even hit my continue button. I don't really want to draw like real looking lips. I kind of just want to draw like the character. I don't know. We'll go back to that. So, okay, so everything's kind of foreshortened, which means is, oh gosh, this is gonna look terrible. I'm not used to drawing stuff like this, so I'm just like, oh no. Okay. but we are putting ourselves out there. We are trying something new and different. It doesn't really look anything. There's like okay. The space is a little bit lower. Measuring on the fly here. That was one thing I feel like this is definitely not correct, but where's his eyes at? His eyes are like right in this area. No, they're not. I think I was right before. See, then I'm second guessing myself, but I'm basing everything off of measuring where the nose is, and I feel like I didn't quite get the nose correct either. You know what? I could spend all day trying to correct it, but I'm not. Oh, that eye looks pretty nice. Now I'm not going to draw it anywhere near that nice on this side. Which eye do you guys draw first? I feel like I always draw, I don't know. I guess I switch every now and then. I feel like I definitely draw, like if I'm drawing like a character from here, I feel like I always draw this eye first, but I could be wrong. Okay, that doesn't look too awful, but it kind of looks like a pig. Because of that nose. I'm probably going to simplify this a lot. Okay, so the forehead looks short. And everything else looks a little bit longer. Okay, so the jaw... Oh, the jaw's over here. What am I doing? I feel like I made his head too wide, and now I'm confusing myself. Oh gosh, what am I doing? I'm confusing myself so bad right now. Okay, I need to draw where the sides are, and then I can get all that in. I'm just way confusing myself. Okay. I think that worked. I have to like stop talking. I think that looks better. Let's erase all this other extraneous stuff. Sure. It's not quite. I think I need to make the jaw a little bit longer, and then yeah, sure, we'll work with that, I guess. Okay, I just feel like this looks weird. But it's like shaded, so that's why it looks weird, because it's where his chin is. But it's also like this. That helps a little bit, not really. Let's give him some pupils so he can be upset with me. I screwed him up. This eye needs to be a little bit longer. See, and then the ears are like down here. That's where I'm definitely noticing that I screwed up. Because I made I made the jaw like more curvy than it needs to be. Like there's just a slight indication. Okay, and then the ears are like all the way down here. And they actually kind of line up. The top part lines up with this. And then this part lines up with that. Okay, maybe I didn't screw things over for myself too bad. It's a very interesting and challenging pose. But see, I would rather do this than try and think of, like, actual Inktober stuff. Like the super extravagant pieces I'm sure I'm gonna see. Because, you know, some artists do artistry for a full-time job, whereas I actually work a different job. Okay. Ah, goodness gracious. Maybe he'll look better once he's inked, but I don't know. His nose, I gotta do something with that nose. Maybe I'll just like do this and indicate that his nose is upturned instead of drawing all the lines, because I just feel like that looks so strange. That looks a little bit better in my opinion. Now the lips. I don't think I'm going to draw actual lips. I'm just going to draw where like the teeth are. There. And just kind of curve across. That. I like that better. Kinda. Bring it all the way over. Yeah. I like that a little bit better. Oh no, my iPad. Okay. Touch that too. Make sure everything stays on. Okay, now this character's hair. This character has like longer hair. Like not long, like feminine long, but not quite buzzed short either. So I'll just play around with what I feel like will look good. It's kind of wavy. But this portrait's in black and white, so it's a little bit difficult to make out every little detail. And like I said, I suck at hair. We'll just pretend. We'll just pretend like we know what we're doing. That's how I get through life anymore. This guy kind of looks like a villain. I think I'll put the crease down here. Erase that one. Okay, now I gotta do the top of his head. Maybe we'll even do a little bit down here. Some hair down there. Okay. How will we do this? Some anime floopies. There we go. Kind of like that. I want this down here. Ah! Interesting. Very, very interesting. I should do some like cross hatching or something, but I also am lazy. Let's use the black star. So we have 16 minutes to ink this. Where did I put my nib? Over here. We're gonna change nibs again. We're gonna use this pretty gold one. I feel like I used this one. Maybe. I feel like this might be... Oh! I feel like I broke it. Uh-oh. That wouldn't be good. Okay, 15 minutes. And then we're gonna, I might color them separate from the 1 hour that I gave myself. Why did I close this? I need it open. And just like use pencils or something. Ooh, this pen nib is gonna give me some give. Ooh. Okay. Gotta be careful with this one. It's like super giving. I don't know how much I like that, but we've already started using it. Oh, I don't like this nib at all. I mean, it's not too bad. Oh! See? That's what I mean. Like, you feel like it just catches on the tooth of this paper. And it just wants to be the paper's friend. You can kind of take advantage of the give of your nib for certain things, but if I just want like a thin line, I want a thin line. I don't want to accidentally press too hard and then I have a super thick line. But that's why you have to work with things and see what your tools are capable of. That eye turned out a lot better than I thought. I kind of want to add like lines, but I don't want to add hatching and then screw it up, you know? But again, it is Inktober. Screwing up is allowed. See, that wasn't so bad. Just gotta keep telling myself that. I do want to add some like hatching down there in his neck. I do want to add some stuff to these guys too, but I might pencil those in first. Whew. 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. That eye's definitely lopsided. But no, going back now. Ooh, I should have like crossed. I should have done that like interesting, like crossing in the pupils instead of making them actual circles. I kind of like this character. He's kind of like a, kind of reminds me of like a greaser guy or like a gang guy or gang member or something. Where he's just like looking down on the guy he's talking to and being like, yo, punk. I don't know, he kind of reminds me of Space Dandy too, but oh, Space Dandy was such a good show. I should rewatch that sometime. Because it was just so silly. I'm actually getting kind of hungry for lunch. Even though it is only 10:30. Okay, let's go up. Kind of like this line. And there we go. Okay. Yeah, let's do some hatching. Or attempts. Yeah, my stomach is growling, so I'm gonna have to eat here after we're all said and done. Let's do some hatching. I kind of like that. It's not the best hatching in the world, but... And I also never know when to stop hatching. Like, you don't want to go overboard. You just want to add it here and there. And I don't really know, I'm not that skilled in that sort of technique to know. Now you're going to listen to my little brother stomping around on the floor upstairs. I know you cannot wait for that. Okay, so let's play around with how can we shade this guy. Do some of these. So you want your lines, this light though, you want your lines to be closer together the darker you want, and then the farther apart you want them at the lighter you want, if that makes sense. Okay, let's try that. Let's see, we used that one. Let's use that one again. And use the Bombay ink, so we're gonna go back to that. Uh-oh, come on. Ink's not coming out. There we are. Alright, so the long lines are going to be a pain for me, so I'm going to actually turn my paper. He is not quite dry down there. Turn it this way. A little bit more ink. Oh goodness, that's what I was afraid of. Not gonna get very uniform lines. That looks great, guys. Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, it is what it is. We got 4 more minutes. Let's do something with her. Possibly not too bad, though. Move this back up. She had the Dower Brownie ink, so let's go back to that. Now for her, I want some shading up here. I want some shading down here. Yeah, I think that's it. Don't want to go too overboard because I suck. It is what it is. Okay. I know we only have 3 minutes left, but I'm just going to kind of call it here for right now. Just because I don't want to have my little brother's noises be in this, so it's also going to give me time for these to dry. So I'm going to call it for right now, and I will be back to color them. Okay, so we are finally back. It is 11:30ish, and right now I decided that to color these characters I'm gonna do this guy in some ink wash, and I'll probably do this guy in colored pencil, and then I'll do her in marker, I guess. I might change my mind, but overall I'm actually going to do this in time-lapse just to get this part of the video over with. And then we'll just take a look at everything, and then I'll give my final comments. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go ahead and just sign my name real quick down here and today's date, and I'm just gonna call this one done. It's Inktober day 1 and we have done it. I have like a minute left on my camera, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it. So thanks guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow.